Hi everyone, this is Donny Lowy from Closeoutexplosion.com. Hope you're doing well today. Today I'd like to discuss with you the concept of wholesale suppliers for eBay sellers, how to find them, and things you should be aware when you're dealing with suppliers for your eBay sales. So, first of all, wholesale eBay suppliers are going to be suppliers that are either set up specifically to supply merchandise to eBay sellers, or they're going to be wholesale suppliers who can sell merchandise to eBay sellers. Now, how do you find them? So there are going to be various ways, so we're going to discuss that. And we're also going to discuss how you need to interact, or I should say even better, what kind of a wholesale setup is going to allow you to be able to successfully buy and resell that merchandise on eBay. Okay, so let's start from the first step. So we need to first find these wholesale eBay suppliers. One way to do it is you can go on Google, put in different variations of the phrase wholesale suppliers for eBay sellers, and then you'll come up with a list of wholesalers who either are advertising or they're going to be listed in the organic search results on Google, and then you're going to find those wholesalers, and then you contact them and you see what products they have available, and you see which of those products you can sell on eBay. Now, in order to see if those products are going to work for you, go on eBay and look at auctions for those products. Look at the auctions that have taken place already and see at what price were those items sold for. Now, what if you find an item at a wholesaler which has never been sold on eBay? I know it could be hard to imagine, but let's say it's a new item introduced into the marketplace, or it's a very specialized item that no one thought about selling on eBay. So try to look for similar items and look for the category that item would fit in under, and see how popular that category, how much of a demand there is for products in that category, and if there's something similar to that product, then see how much that product is sold for. What you can also do is see how much is that item sold through regular retail channels or through the regular trade channels that item is usually sold at, and that should give you at least an idea of the resale value of the item on eBay. But remember, when someone buys it on eBay, they're going to want to pay less than the price that they could pay through other more traditional channels. So let's say you find a special type of printer which is not being sold on eBay, but you see off eBay, let's say whether it's through a website like Amazon or through a specialized website that caters towards the printing industry or through a retail store, you see that printer is sold for $800. So you're going to want to sell it, you're going to have to sell it for less on eBay because otherwise people will buy it through the regular channels. So make sure that you buy it at a wholesale price that is low enough for you to make money when you sell it at a lower price, and also that the margin is high enough that it's worthwhile for you to take a chance because you might not be able to sell that item. Now, when you deal with eBay wholesale suppliers or suppliers for wholesale eBay sellers, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that they're giving you the items at a reasonable cost that's going to allow you to resell those items at a profit. You also want to make sure that they have a steady supply or a large quantity of those items, so that if you buy the item or you buy a lot of those items and then you do really well on eBay with them, you could turn around and you can order more items in that category, and you can order more quantity of that item. Now, let's say you deal with a wholesaler or a closeout warehouse like my warehouse that has a large quantity of an item, but it has it on a limited basis. Meaning, let's say I get a shipment from a department store, and in the department store I get a beautiful selection of women's suits, but I only have 300 women's suits, and you want to buy them all for eBay. So you can buy them, but have in mind that it's going to be a limited supply, but it could still be good for you provided that you're going to make that much more, money on the items you're selling. And I would recommend that if you do, have a very strong reason, let's say you've done a lot of research and you have a good enough reason to know that you're going to be able to sell those suits at a good price, then take advantage and buy the entire lot. Because if you only buy a part of the lot and then your customers really like it and they want to buy more and you can't get any more of it, then you've just missed out on a lot of potentially profitable sales. Now, when you deal with wholesale suppliers, so you need to make sure that if you're buying brand name merchandise, that they'll give you an invoice and that they can show that the merchandise is authentic. And if eBay wants to know where they get that merchandise from, they have to be willing to tell eBay where they get that merchandise from. When people buy from my warehouse, I tell them where I get the merchandise from, whether it's department store overstock or it's overstock that I get directly from a brand, or it's a closeout that I got from another wholesaler, or it's merchandise from a store that went out of business. But as it may be, you need to be able to deal with a wholesaler who will be able to give you that information, because eBay is going to want to know if the merchandise is authentic or not, and especially if a customer questions the authenticity, the legitimacy of anything that you sold to them, you need to be able to back it up. Now, the ideal wholesale suppliers for eBay, in my opinion, are suppliers that can give you the merchandise on a regular basis. And another thing you should consider is using drop shippers, because this way you don't have to buy the merchandise ahead of time. A drop shipper will get the merchandise from his source, and then will sell the merchandise to you, but it will send the merchandise directly to your customers after you've paid for the merchandise. So let's say the drop shipper specializes in cameras. So you look at the items the drop shipper has, you list those cameras on eBay, and when an auction successfully ends and you've sold that camera, you get the payment from the customer, send the money that drop shipper charges you, the wholesale cost for that camera, and then the drop shipper will send the camera directly to the customer using your contact information, so that the customer doesn't go directly to the drop shipper. And of course, if the customer wants to buy more, they need to buy from you again. So I hope you enjoyed this video. My website is closeoutexplosion.com.